For the first time in a decade, there's a push to make Vail its own town or city, a move that could be beneficial but also complicated. It's a question that could wind up on the ballot next fall. Southeast of Tucson, Vail is quiet but growing quickly.
A lot of people move out to Vail because they like the rural nature out here, and I love it too. It's a very rural, but when I was growing up in Phoenix, there were a lot of rural areas that are now cities and towns.
That could be the future here too. Pima County Planning and Zoning Commission Chair David Hook leads a committee called Incorporate Vail, Arizona. The idea is still very much a question.
It's the voters of Vail that would make this decision. It's not my decision, it's not the committee's decision. We've got a great committee, great team, but ultimately it's Vail that would make the decision.
In fact, voters did make a decision in 2013, voting no, keeping Vail unincorporated. But now there's a new push to make Vail a city or town, and if there's enough support to put it on the ballot in 2023. Hook believes the community would be better off incorporated with more autonomy.
In 2013, I don't think the temperature was right yet for people to vote to incorporate. As Tucson continues to grow, Vail will either be their own community or maybe get subsumed by Tucson. Now is the time to determine, do we want to direct our own future or do we want to be part of somebody else's future?
As a city or town, Vail would also be entitled to money from the state, like a share of state sales tax. But it also opens the door to new taxes for those who live here.
When you do become a town, there is a cost involved.
That cost goes toward establishing departments to handle utilities, roads, and more. Vail partners with Pima County Sheriff's Department and Rincon Valley Fire. But as a town or city, it would have to decide whether to establish its own public safety departments.
You have to have an attorney, you have to have an administration, you have to have a council, you have to have a mayor, all of those things. That's the bare minimum.
And for some, that could be a deal breaker.
People do not want another layer of government. People don't trust government. Government is a bad word today. And you tell people we're going to have another layer of government, and people get scared about that.
The committee is planning 6 neighborhood discussions this month, as even in this quiet community, conversations about the future get louder.